Happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there. I wanted to get on live really quick and just talk to you guys a little bit about something that I've been posting and sharing, a service that I am offering in honor of Mental Health Awareness Month. And so I just wanted to talk a little bit about it and just kind of share what I have been up to these days. A little bit about me. I am a wife. I am a mom as well of 4. I am also a certified self-care strategist, and I believe my mission in life is to activate women to be authentic, balanced, and free to relentlessly pursue their purpose. And so one of the ways that I do that is through coaching and consulting. A couple of other ways as well, but just for the sake of this live, I want to talk about a consulting service that I'm offering for the month of May. And the idea of offering a self-care consultation dropped in my spirit, and I thought it was such a great way to make myself available to women who are struggling in various areas of their life, whether it's with burnout, grief, abandonment, fear, stress, different issues of that nature. Those are the things that I pretty much have an expertise in from my own personal experience, and also just through the many lessons and opportunities that I've had over the years to coach other women. And so I just wanted to talk a little bit about the self-care consultation. One of the things that I'll be providing in that 45-minute service is something that's called an ACE assessment. And so ACE basically stands for Adverse Childhood Experiences. And so in that assessment, you'll be asked different questions, like from childhood, even currently where you are, and you'll be able to answer with a yes or a no. And based on the score, we'll cover what it is that you may be predisposed to or at risk for, and we'll work together and put strategies around those things. And so that's one of the things I'll be providing in my self-care consultation. Another tool that clients will get after the self-care consultation is a self-care planning worksheet and rest assessment. And so the rest assessment is basically equivalent to a SWOT analysis. So in that worksheet, you'll be able to identify your own strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats, and put strategies in place to develop strategic priorities in terms of areas, whether it be in your health, your relationship, your business, your finances, your relationship with God, your spiritual walk. You'll be able to jot down some goals to help you reprioritize specific areas in your life that you may just need a little support and assistance in. And that's basically what we'll kind of brainstorm and talk through and strategize through in that time during the self-care consultation. So in this season, there is a lot going on around us, and if we don't guard our hearts, the word of God says to guard our hearts with all diligence, for out of it flows the issues of life. And so when we talk about guarding our hearts, we are also speaking of guarding our minds, right? Because we know that the enemy is out to kill, steal, and destroy. We know that spiritual warfare is a very real thing, and especially for those that are building something, for those that have a vision for themselves, for their family, for those connected to them. We know that the fight, the warfare tends to be a little more intense for those specific groups of people. And so in my self-care consultation, I do want this service to be exclusively for busy visionaries and moms, because I have a special place in my heart for those groups of people, like I said, because that warfare that we experience tends to be a little more intense. And I feel like that is an underserved group of people who need a little more support. And the reason why that's important is because most people typically come to them for support. And it's not always easy to open up to others about challenges or struggles you may be having. And so creating this space for you to come in and process and prioritize and connect with somebody who understands firsthand, the challenges of having a chronic condition, the challenges of not seeing the fruit in business, the challenges of having a rocky, relationship, whether it's with a spouse or with a child, the challenges of having childhood trauma and you trying to show up as your best self, as your full self, without the right tools, without the right strategies and support. I know firsthand what that is like, and praise be unto God for healing and restoration. These last couple of years of my life have been nothing but an amazing journey. If you're on my email list, you got an email from me on last Monday, just kind of sharing some things that I've been up to. One of them being homeschooling our son. Such a blessing, such a blessing. I feel like God put me back through school. We go on our field trips. Our curriculum is so like life skills, tailored, to creating those real experiences, things that we don't get taught in the classroom, the traditional classroom. God has blessed me to be able to provide those spaces and opportunities for our son to get homeschooled, and we've been doing some traveling. God has just been faithful, man. God has been faithful. God has been faithful, and I am grateful, and I am in a good place. And my prayer is that those that take advantage of this self-care consultation that I am offering only for the month of May, I pray that we come into agreement with one another and that what's on my life would flow over into your life, and that the peace of God that surpasses all understanding would just rest on you and abide with you in all that God has put your hands out to do. And so in honor of, like I said, Mental Health Awareness Month, I ask that you would just share this video, that you would tag a mom, tag a busy visionary, somebody you believe that could benefit from this service, somebody that you have watched struggle and you know that they could take advantage of this support to get in a better place for themselves, for their family, for their ministry. Whatever it is, I pray that you would not be selfish and that you would share, because I am offering this only for the month of May. I don't know when I'll be offering it again, but I have set aside certain time frames in my schedule to be able to connect with those that will take advantage of this service. And so if you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments. Even after this video ends, I will go back and answer questions that you may have. If you don't want to comment on this video, feel free to send me a DM. The link to book the consultation is in my bio. So if you would like to book a consultation, go ahead and visit the link in my bio. It will say book your self-care consultation. There you will be forwarded to my website and you will be able to access my calendar for the month of May. I hope to connect with you in my self-care consultation, and you have a great rest of your Saturday.